Hi, this is Kristen from Smart Mouse Travel. I wanted to share with you guys today our experience for making the most out of just a couple of hours at Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve. I'm going to share with you 3 things not to miss when you visit Craters of the Moon National Monument. So the first recommendation is to go to Inferno Cone. So it's only 0.2 miles up the cone, but it's actually really steep. So if you have to take a break, don't feel embarrassed or sad about that because it is pretty steep, especially for people who are not used to elevation. But the views of the top are pretty incredible. So it's definitely worth taking the hike up. And there's even a beautiful tree that somehow has grown and flourished in this cinder that is basically the entire cone. Next up, just down the loop road, is going to be spatter cones. So there are a couple of spatter cones. They are small, basically mini volcanoes. So there were no actual volcanoes at Craters of the Moon. The landscape was formed by lava going through tubes as well as these mini volcanoes. But you can actually climb up just a small ramp and look down into where some of the lava flowed out in these little mini volcanoes. So that was cool. Last, but I think the best part of our visit to Craters of the Moon National Monument was a stop at Indian Tunnel. It's a cave. There's a big parking lot where you can park for several of the caves. And from there, you take a trail. It's a little less than 1 mile to Indian Tunnel, but it's incredible. So you take this winding paved path through this unbelievable terrain of just hardened lava with peaks of plants growing out until you reach the lava tube. So a lava tube forms when the top layer of the lava hardens, but the center still is molten and keeps moving. So it ends up making these large caves. Some of them collapse, and Indian Tunnel has several areas that are still intact, but there's 2 places where it has collapsed. So you can climb up these huge sets of rocks and see the beautiful sky up ahead. Up above you. It's really incredible, and it was definitely a highlight of our trip.
So if you only have a short time to visit Craters of the Moon National Park, I recommend stopping by the visitor center, talking to the rangers to see if there's any closures that you should know about. There's a restroom and a small gift shop, as well as a small informational center. From there, we went to Inferno Cone, which was a short hike, but very steep up to give a real panoramic view of the national park. From there, we went to spatter cones where we saw where lava actually came out to form all of this. And then lastly, we went to Indian Tunnel, which is one of the large lava tubes. It was really cool, and I highly recommend doing the caves if you have the opportunity. Just make sure that if you're coming here, if you have gone to any cave in the last 15 years, do not bring any of the shoes, backpacks, things like that have been in the other caves to protect the habitat here. They won't let you into the caves if you have, the shoes that you've worn in other caves. So make sure you have another set of shoes with you or have something new. Thanks for following along, and I hope you guys enjoy a short stop here at Craters of the Moon National Park.